All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Get a Clue podcast. We're on episode number 5 here today. I'm Deiondre Boychuk. I'm here with my co-host Chase Arnold. So, Chase, why don't you tell everyone what we're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, we're going to cover our team and player of the week as per usual. We're going to go over some NHL news, just some basic stuff. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We each got some topics we'd like to talk about. And then we are going to get into our team North America, if that was still a thing today. Obviously, you remember the team from, what was that, 8 years ago, roughly? Um,
I think 10
and yeah,
now.
we're going
Wild.
to, yeah, yeah, it's been a long time. So we're going to build our team North America. We also did a team Europe, or team everyone else, I guess I should say. Um, just under 23, 23 and under is kind of our requirements, and yeah, we'll see. How's your fantasy hockey going? Are you still doing pretty good, or?
Just to relay some stats here for you. I was going over the like points for and the points against. So right now, I had a few good weeks here. I was sitting at 500 a couple weeks ago. I moved up to 9-5 now for fifth in my league, but I have a 400 point lead in the points for, and I'm
Wow.
third lowest points against. So I don't know how I'm sitting fifth. I don't think anyone else makes roster moves other than me and the one guy that I'm playing this week. So it's been a battle. He's the 2 seed. Um, but yeah, it's been a good week for me so far. Another tough week. I think I talked about it on the one pod. Sitting Keller and Schmaltz was a bad choice, or I forgot to set my lineup or whatever. But yeah, I sat Schmaltz for Wyatt Johnston last night. Just kind of the obvious choice, but yeah, Schmaltz popped off, goal and an assist. So not much you can do
Yeah.
there. But yeah, I got the lead going into Friday. It's 241 to 212. So see if I can hold off. I'm down in the games. I'm still 8 games back, so that's going to be restricting me this week. That's always tough, but I don't want to sell my lineup just to make up the game. So guess I'll just roll with the punches.
Yeah, well, hopefully. I mean, it seems like you're dominating, but I don't know how you're in fifth. That doesn't even make sense.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Um,
It makes no sense.
that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I kind of gave up on my fantasy hockey. My whole thing now is like these frick. We were trying to get set up this morning, and it was something. It was something. I mean, we won't get into it, but technology sometimes is one of those things. I mean, it is storming outside, so if you hear some wind, just mind you, there's a big windstorm going on. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Do you want to get into your team and player of the week? Start us off.
Yeah, I can start us off. I think I don't know if it's the obvious choice or if I went with the easy pick this week, but I'm going with the Vegas Golden Knights. They're on a 6 game heater. And my player of the week just rolls right into that. It's Mark Stone. In his last 6 games, he got 13 points. He's been absolute dominant. I think this week alone, if you just go like his couple games that he's played, I think he's got 4 or 5 points in those couple games that he's got. So he's been on a heater. Vegas has been on a heater. They had a big comeback game for Mitch Marner's first game against Toronto last night. I don't know if you seen any of that. He was getting booed in his home
Yeah,
stadium. So all the
yeah,
Toronto fans, shout out our buddy Jeremy. He's a big Toronto guy if he's listening. Shout out to him and all the Toronto fans that were watching and the
yeah.
Toronto fans that
Miserable life.
traveled to Vegas to get their asses kicked. So that's my player and team of the week. I'm going Vegas and Mark Stone.
Well, I like it. Yeah. So hindsight is kind of funny, right? Because I actually had team of the week Toronto Maple Leafs from the start of
Oh,
the
hey,
week.
there
They
we
were
go.
uh,
They were on a
they were
heater.
8-0-2 in their last 10. Obviously, have been on a little bit of a slide since then, but I think it's good. I think they can make a push back to the playoffs here. I know they're a little bit behind, and their side of the bracket's pretty stacked, but they're way too good to be where their record is. So I think they're gonna have a bounce back second half here and really make a push. And
Yeah,
then player of the week, this is kind of a cop out, but I'm going Connor McDavid. His 20 game point streak, which unfortunately just ended in a shutout against the Islanders. It's incredible to see, though. I mean, I was looking at other players with
mm,
the most points in their longest point streak or whatever, and like
mm-hmm.
Sidney Crosby was up there. Like he had like so many points, and like man, it's just crazy. People don't understand how good Crosby was back then.
Oh yeah, no, literally like the injuries or the concussions and whatever derailed like pretty much majority of his prime. He was so dumb. I mean, 20 plus. I don't think he's ever had a season under a point a game in his whole life. Like
Yeah.
stemming back to novice, it's insane. So yeah, no, I like McDavid as that pick.
How do you feel about the Leafs 8-0-2 in their last 10?
Then they even gave. I was gonna say they even gave Vegas a good match last night. Like it was just a 6-5 finish. I think Vegas scored with just a couple seconds left in OT or something like that.
Yeah.
So they gave they like, it was a good game all around. Like Toronto's like Sean Avery said it, when they were on that slide at the start of the year. Like if you think this team isn't going to be in the playoffs come April, you guys are morons. Like the team is still built for the playoffs. They're still good. Yeah, they lost Mitch Marner, which you kind of see like how big of an impact he's had not being in that lineup. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that team is still a playoff team. I think Austin Matthews is still capable of leading them to the playoffs, and they still have a really good core. Like somebody that kind of goes under the radar on that team is Jake McCabe. He just eats pucks. I think he's the NHL shot blocking leader still. Yeah, no, I think Toronto. They're just going to keep building off kind of this momentum they got. I think they're going to make a push.
Yeah, I agree. I saw kind of a crazy stat the other day, and I wanted to hear your opinion on this. So
Hmm.
Vegas has 23 wins and tw 12 overtime games. So just for like Calgary has 20 wins, right? And Vegas
Hmm.
has 23, and they have 14 more points than Calgary with only 3 more
Just because of
wins.
the overtimes.
Isn't that insane? I just thought that was crazy. I saw a post about it this morning. I thought I'd bring that up, but
And yeah, that is wild.
kind of wild.
Do you want to bring up the first point of news, or do you want me to go
Yeah, I
ahead?
can I can bring one up. I got something to say about the Rangers, New York Rangers.
Hmm.
They were booed off the ice after their first period there. Jonathan Quick gave up 6 goals. I think we talked about Jonathan Quick in one of the pods, but
Yeah.
yeah, he gave up 6 goals in the first period, and they were booed off the ice. I mean, New York is one of those teams that it's so weird to me that they were so good, and then they got these two high picks, and then now they are kind of this weird culture of really good players that can't win games.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's all I got for them. I don't really know much about New York.
Excuse me. Um, it's even interesting though, like their prospect pool. They have so many good prospects that come out of the system, and only very few of them develop. Like, kind of see the Braid Schneiders developing, but like somebody like an Alexei Lafreniere is really stagnated, or even somebody like Brennan Othman or Gabe Perreault, for example. Like they haven't really gotten a shot in the NHL, so it seems like they kind of got a lot of problems all around right now.
Yeah, yeah, and they're last in their division, so
Hmm.
it's pretty crazy.
Tough year for them.
What do you got for us?
Yeah, the first thing I wanted to bring up was the Braden Point injury. Kind of your thoughts on that. See, like it doesn't sound like he's going to miss the Olympics. Sounds like he'll still be there. He's week to week, but if he does miss the Olympics, who do you think would be the first guy in for Canada? By the sounds of it, from what I was hearing with the Hockey Canada officials, like Getzlaff has kind of been all over the place on podcasts lately. So Ryan, if you're hearing this one, come on down, buddy. We're local too. We're Regina
Yeah,
based. Come
yeah, you know
on.
us.
But yeah, they were kind of talking like depends on the player that gets injured. They're going to bring in a player suiting of kind of the similar play style, I guess. So yeah, kind of going on that. Who do you think they would replace with if Braden Point goes down? It's kind of hard to say. I kind of think I
Yeah,
was leaning towards Mark Scheifele, because Braden Point has that kind of two-way style. He's a little bit bigger than Point, so I could kind of see them going Bedard as well.
hmm,
But yeah, I would say those are my two. My personal choice would be Bedard, but I think they might lean a little bit more on Scheifele just because of Point's defensive style of play and Scheifele's defensive style of play. Um, has fallen off the last little bit, but his defensive play. But yeah, I think that would be the options.
yeah, I agree. I think Sam Bennett could be an option. I know they're not the exact same, but I could just see them wanting a
Mhm.
play driver. Yeah, I think Shifley's probably the answer if they lose a center there. I don't know for sure if points. He might play wing, I guess, but I would obviously love to see Bedard on the team, but I think
Mhm.
Shifley would be the first guy if point misses.
Yeah, and another thing too, like you're saying, playing the dot, like taking face-offs is going to be a big thing. Scheifele's pretty good in the middle, so taking him I
Yeah.
think wouldn't be a bad option. But yeah, I guess we'll see what it comes down to. I guess I can kind of piggyback off of points in the Shifley talk. Are the Jets back? That's the next point of
No.
news. They're on a 4 game heater here. They just beat up the Wild last night. No, I don't think they're back, but they're looking good in their last four. They had a great game last night. I actually did watch the game. Logan Stanley scored a snipe. They looked good just all around. I don't know. Minnesota didn't look bad, but Kaprizov and Boldy couldn't get too much going. Faber and Quinn Hughes were pushing pace, but yeah, it was just a back and forth battle that they couldn't win.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, when you look at that division, it is kind of close, right? Like the wild card teams have like five more wins. It's not that many, right? So they could bounce back. I don't know. I don't really think they are going to. I'm glad they're not winning too much. I got a buddy that posts every single win on his Instagram story, so I'm glad I don't have to see those. Shout out Austin. He's probably not listening, but he might be. But yeah, I don't think they're back. I don't think it's their year. I think it's I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah.
The next thing I wanted to talk about was the Dougie Hamilton situation. Dougie Hamilton was benched the other night. Um, I forget. I think Kovacevic just got back. I think is who took his spot. So where do you think he gets traded if he gets traded with that big contract he has?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think there's a lot of teams that would want him, like just him as a player, his play style, how he is, but the contract is limiting. What's he making? $9 million a year or
Yeah, it's
something
up there. It's
stupid.
up there.
So yeah, he's got a big deal that a lot of people can't afford to take on. So it is hard to say where he's going to go just based on the cap stipulations. But I mean, with the trade deadline coming up, I can see maybe New Jersey wanting to bring in some smaller pieces where some teams could kind of eliminate some cap space and bring in Dougie. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how it shapes out. I thought New Jersey was going to be in a lot better situation this year too. I mean, the injury bug kind of hit him again like every year, but
Yeah,
and Dougie's kind of been in the trade rumors too. So if they
yeah,
can get a good package for him in return, I think it'd be a good deal for him.
yeah. I agree. I thought Dougie was going to go to San Jose in a salary dump kind of move, where New Jersey ended up getting Quinn Hughes because they couldn't afford to get Quinn Hughes unless they dumped that Hamilton contract. So I thought there was going to be a nice little three-team trade, but there was not, obviously. So yeah, I have no idea where he goes now, but I could still see San Jose. I could see them taking a veteran defenseman to play with the younger guys.
Yeah, that's valid. And I mean, right-handed shot defensemen are super valuable in the NHL right now too. So um, yeah, he's going to be on a lot of teams' radar.
Yeah,
I think another point of news that I wanted to bring up. I wanted to bring it up earlier when you asked me about the Toronto Maple Leafs, but I just wanted to leave it in just while we were getting this news segment in. But the Avs finally lost at home, and it was to yours truly, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
yeah.
Overtime loss, so they still got a point out of it. They still keep that home point streak going. But yeah, finally dethroned at home by Toronto. What was your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty impressive. I mean, that was when Toronto was at the end of their win streak, right? I believe,
Hmm.
or not win streak, point streak. But yeah, I mean, going into that game, I thought that was kind of the end of the beginning. Shout out
Hmm.
Dejo. And yeah, I mean, they pulled it out, and I thought it was a pretty good game. Austin Matthews had a nice game, and nice to see that star shining again.
Yeah, 100% getting that wrist going again. Got my Christmas gift or my birthday gift.
Yeah, yeah. That's all I got for news right now. I'm not sure if you
I
got
got
anything else you want to touch on.
yeah, I got two more. I was gonna leave this one for last, but now I want to leave this other one for last. Victor Hedman seems like he's getting close to a return, so that's huge for Team Sweden. Just a little pump for them for the Olympics. He's kind of that Viking big D man on the back end, and Tampa's kind of been buzzing the last little bit too. So that's going to be a huge pickup for them, especially pushing towards these playoffs here and these Olympics. So
Oh, yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
big Victor Hedman fan, so I'm excited to see him back.
yeah. That's sweet. I agree. I think he's gonna have a big impact for them. So
Yeah, I'm not too sure on when the timeline is of his return, if it's supposed to be soon or within the next couple weeks, but it's exciting nonetheless. So yeah, last point of news I wanted to bring up: two legends finally got their jerseys retired this week. Zdeno Chara with the Boston Bruins, big 33, and Sergei Fedorov, the Style and Red Wing. So, two guys super deserving. I was actually looking up some stats the other day. Sergei Fedorov, it was crazy. I think it was the 93-94 season. He won the MVP and the Selke. So not only was he the best, most dominant offensive player, most valuable to his team, but he was doing things on the back end too,
Yeah.
defensively. So, and then Zdeno Chara, I mean, his record just kind of speaks for itself as well. I think he's a Norris, no, for sure one-time Norris. I want to say a two-time Norris winner. He's got a Stanley Cup, captained the team to a Stanley Cup. Um, yeah, it's great to see his numbers in there after. He's an absolute workhorse. I think he's still running a bunch of marathons and doing triathlons and stuff. So he's just a beast. Yeah, what are your thoughts on those guys getting their jerseys retired? I thought it was cool to
Yeah.
see.
I thought the skates, that skate night for Fedorov was pretty cool, and those
That was
white
sick.
skates. Fedorov, I loved his interview. He's like, "Yeah, they're still so hot. They look so fast." Like, I was like, "Man, I would wear those skates just because they're so nasty." But, and then yeah, I think Chara. I think it's super deserving. I mean, yeah, I mean, he was an absolute monster. I remember watching him and just thinking I would not
Mhm.
want to go down on that guy. Like he would pause, but I would not want to go near that guy in the corner. But yeah, I mean, I was thinking, I was like, why don't they just get him like a ladder and he can just hang the jersey himself?
No, literally, yeah. He probably could have
He'd
just
probably-
even hopped on somebody's shoulders and just done it.
Yeah, yeah, stack him and Bufflin, you know.
Yeah, literally. Oh, I don't know if
Bufflin
he can
could
get
carry
Buff
that
up.
guy for sure.
I guess he doesn't have to carry him, but
Just carry him around the whole stadium.
shout out Big Buff, by the way. That guy's fishing
What a
right now.
dog.
He's living his life off the grid. Duncan
Who do you
Keith had
think?
his like, sorry,
No, you go.
Duncan Keith had his like ceremony thing or whatever it was last year, and apparently they had to get a hold of his wife to get a hold of him. So super off the grid guy. Yeah, I love it.
That's hilarious. Who do you think wins in the fishing competition? Dustin Bufflin or Ben Simmons?
Man, it might be Ben Simmons. I heard Buff's not a great fisher.
Oh, really? He's more of a drinker while fishing, or what?
Yeah, or sorry, fisherman, I should say, or fisher or whatever. I don't know what the
Yeah.
correct title for a fisher person is, but yeah, no, I've heard that I can't remember what his rank was, but he wasn't like too high up there to say the least. He's just out there for the good time, I think.
Gotcha. Is that all the NHL news you got for the day, for the weekend, for
Yeah,
the
I think that's
week?
everything that I want to bring up for this episode, anyways.
Yeah. Well, I
Do we
think we
want
can
to
jump
roll
right
our
into our.
team?
Yeah, let's pull our teams up here. What do you want? Do you want to start with Team Europe
Yeah,
or
let's
Team
start with
Everyone
Team Europe,
Else? I
but
guess.
I'll just explain the stipulations for everyone listening.
Yep.
So we got our Team Europe and our Team North America U23 squads. The players have to be 23 and under by February 1st of 2026 this year. So, for example, somebody like Seth Jarvis, who I believe when I was looking it up, his birthday was February 1st. He
Yep.
was
It was.
the exact cutoff, so cannot make the squad. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself with some of these players. But for example, somebody born in May of this year, they are still eligible to make the team. So do you want me to highlight my first line here for Team Europe? Okay, let's roll out the
Yeah.
forwards.
Okay.
My, do you want me to go my whole team or do you want to go line by line?
Let's go line for line, back and forth.
All right, I like it. Okay, my first line. These are non-order Team Europe. I wasn't too sure about the order. I kind of tried to pair Team North America a little bit better. Team Europe, I just kind of threw who I thought would be on this team, so lines are subject to change. My first three players I got here on the forward line is Ivan Demidov, Leo Carlsson, and Matvey Michkov. Three just young, good European boys. Demidov's kind of making his case in his rookie season. Leo Carlsson's kind of had that big breakout third season. He's kind of staggered off now, so have the Ducks. But and then Matvey Michkov, he's kind of figuring it out in his second year. He had a big first year. I think he still has a lot of high end talent. So that's my first line for the squad.
Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. I think we're gonna have very similar top sixes on this team.
Yeah, fair.
Um, but my first line is gonna be Raymond, Leo, and then Slav Koski.
I like it.
And then
Uh,
I'll go with my second line, and then I got Michkov, Eklund, and Demidov. I really struggled with like what center to play with which line. I kind of like the Russian duo on the wing. That's kind
Hmm.
of cool. But I don't know. I think Eklund would just be flashy there. I think that would be an awesome line to watch.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. We do have the exact same top six. Like I said, I didn't make lines exactly for Team Europe, so like I probably would pair mine closer to yours, and especially the second line. Once you hear how it's ordered, it definitely wouldn't go this way. But I got Slav, Raymond, and Eklund. I probably wouldn't have Raymond running the dot, but yeah, I just like I think that was kind of the obvious big six for this team. Slavkovsky's really kind of taken that role as one of the best power forwards in the NHL. Raymond's just been him for Detroit. He's been kind of Detroit's catalyst on that offensive side, anyways. And then Eklund
Yeah.
has really found himself in San Jose. He's had a bit of a down year. I expected him to be a little bit higher up there in points, but still cracks the squad.
Tell them about your third line. I'll be right back.
Okay, my third line here, I got Cher. I might butcher this name pretty bad. This is the San Jose rookie, Cherenchov. I got Marco Casper, and this one might be kind of a curveball out there because he's not playing currently in the NHL. But I got Anton Kantsarov playing in the KHL. He's looking to come over here with Chicago shortly, so putting up big numbers. I got him slotted in on my third line if they need a goal scorer. Do you want to recap here quick?
Yeah, yeah. Give me just a three-name recap.
I might butcher this name. This is the San Jose rookie. It's Cherenchov, Cherenchov,
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't have it.
Marco Casper, and Anton Kantsarov. Kantsarov's that
Oh, I
Blackhawk
like
kid
that.
who's in Europe still.
I like that. I got Yuri Kuric on Buffalo there, or Kulich. He's having a pretty good year. I got Marco Casper out in Detroit, and then I got what's his name, Kapanen on Montreal.
I
That's my
like it.
third line.
Do you want me to
And
go your
then
fourth?
yeah, fourth line I got Yurov of Minnesota, Kuznetsov for Boston, and Greb Yankin on Philadelphia.
Okay, we finally got some different ones here. Not completely different, but I also got Yurov slotted in there. I got Ivan Miroshnichenkov, or Ivan. This is another name I'm bad at. He's the Washington Capitals prospect. Miroshnichenko. He's having a pretty good year in Hershey. He's got a couple games up with the big squad. I just got him on this team because of his resilience. Like he's gone through so much with his health and everything over the last couple of years. He's still a really good hockey player. He's still developing. So yeah, I got him here running the dot, and then I got Fedor Svechkov, Nashville Predators
Oh
rookie,
yeah, I like that too.
and then I'll go with just my final two here. Um, Yuri Kulik, honorable mention. I was kind of him and Han with him. I wasn't too sure, but I went with a Turati and Kapanen as my extras.
Oh nice. Yeah, I like that. I got Aturati and Ostland of
Okay, like
Minnesota, or no, Buffalo, or I can't remember exactly. One of the
so.
two.
Now that we went over each other's forward cores, would there be anyone you think you'd switch in or take out? And
I would want Svechkov in for sure.
fair.
I totally forgot about him. And then I think that might be the only guy I kind of I there is other guys that I really like too. I like what's that guy's name on San Jose? Cheb Cherankin or whatever.
Yeah, it's such a hard one name to
Yeah,
say.
something like
Sharon
that. I
Shaw,
think
or
I think
something.
he could be a guy on the fringe. I also had a couple more fringe guys. I had Dvorsky
Mm-hmm.
and Lucas Reichel as well. It's like just some fringe guys,
Shout
but
out
yeah, I
Dal
would definitely take Svechkov for sure.
Shout out Dalibor Dvorsky, Team Czechia legend, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Is there anyone you'd take from mine? Did you have Marco Casper?
Yeah, I did. I had him with Cherenshov and
Oh yeah, yeah.
Androv.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd probably slot. I might take Miro Shinchenko out for Kulik. That'd kind of be maybe one change I would make, but yeah, otherwise I kind of like what I got constructed here.
Yeah, very similar, very different.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think they both look pretty good. I mean, not great, but decent.
Do you want me to roll out my first pair D for you?
Yeah, this was interesting. I was pretty. I was
This
pretty
was hard.
torn between a lot of these players, so we'll see how similar we get here.
I can't
Did
wait
you
till
have
we
these
get
in
to our.
pairings or did you just have players?
I kind of tried to go pairings here. Again, same thing with the forwards. You could probably switch things around a lot. I kind of paired these better than the forwards, but my
Mhm.
top line, I got Mintyukov and Nemec.
Okay.
That's what I think. Just yeah, I don't know. Mintyukov, he kind of plays a little bit better two-way game than Nemec. Nemec kind of be more of that offensive catalyst. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but there was somebody else that I had kind of slotted in here, but I like my second pairing. I could also see my second pairing being my first pairing here. Um, but yeah, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. That's my first line.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna differ a little bit. I was so torn between some of these guys. I think for me, the top pair was kind of a lock. I got Simone Edvinsson and Artem Levshinov of Chicago.
That's
I think those guys just log the most minutes out of any of these guys, besides one other guy that we might get to later. But yeah, I
I'll,
don't. I think those are just the best two defensemen on this team.
I might as well roll out my second line then instead of you going because, like I said, my first second line could be my first line. It's exactly what you just had there. It's
Yeah.
Edmondson and Levchinov. I love this pairing. I think they both kind of play really not similar styles, like they're different bodies, but they play similar styles. They can both, like you said, push the pace. They play a lot of minutes, so
Yeah.
I like this pairing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna jump to my third pair. Actually, funny enough.
Okay,
I think these two together would just be fun to watch. My second pair is where I really struggled to figure out who was going to play that left side, but my third pair is ASP Axel Sanding Pelika of also Detroit, and then Lion Bichelle of Dallas on that left side.
okay, I like it.
How do you feel about that? Do you want to go? Do you want to tell me what your third pairing was?
Yeah, my third pairing is kind of similar actually. I thought we were gonna have a lot different defenses, to be honest. I guess there was more similar than I thought. I had ASP on my right side there, and I had Nikishin on my left side there, Carolina
Okay, yeah,
defenseman.
yeah, yeah. I like that. I like
Um,
that.
I just like that pair, and I think Nikishin like he kind of has that little bit more experience playing in the KHL too, so I feel safe pairing him with ASP. Not saying I don't feel confident in ASP, just got a little bit less experience in the pro ranks.
Yeah,
Um, so I like Nikishin being there, the responsible, and it lets ASP kind of just be a little bit more of himself, kind of play his game a little bit more, knowing he has another responsible D man on his left side there.
yeah. No, I like that a lot. I just think it'd be really funny to see Bichelle next to ASP because the size difference
Fair.
is crazy.
Yeah. I think
But this
Nikishin's a
is,
pretty big guy too.
yeah, yeah, he is. I had Nikishin and Minty left off of the defense. Surprisingly, I really battled to this. I wanted them on there so bad because I'm a fan of both of them, but I had Kuznetsov and Nemec as my second pair.
Valid.
Kuznetsov is a defenseman for Calgary. He's kind of going under the radar. He logs 20 minutes a game. Um, I don't know. I mean, he seems like a guy that can get some points, but also is like kind of shut down. It's kind of a weird, but I mean, he's played a lot, and I think he's earned that spot.
Hmm. Do you want me to go to my extras then here?
Yeah, yeah,
My one extra was like I had a tough time finding my last couple D-men on this roster. Like once we go to the overviews, there's a couple guys that I would probably, or not a couple guys, but there's one guy for sure that I would definitely switch out here. But my extras, I got Dmitry Simashev, Utah prospect. I think this team is just so loaded with skilled European or defensemen that can be that kind of offensive defenseman driving. I like Simashev back there just in case you kind of need that real shutdown defenseman. He doesn't do anything sexy offensively. I think he had maybe 5 points in his draft year, 5 assists in the KHL. He's such a shutdown guy, so that's kind of the reasoning I threw him in there. Also, maybe the little Utah bias. And then my other ones, this is a guy I think I'm probably going to end up switching off here, but I went with David Jiricek. His game's really fallen off over the last little bit. His stock's really. I also wouldn't mind if you threw his brother in here, Adam Jiricek. He looks
yeah.
like a
He's a
stud
stud.
right now. He's really
Yeah,
young though, but yeah, I threw David Jiricek here. I also just kind of like to go the left-right pairings, so I kind of think throwing another right-handed D-man down there kind of just complements if depending on one of the other right-handed D-men gets injured. And I also think his offensive
I like
game
that.
can kind of get going, especially if he's paired with somebody like, say, Edvinson. The only thing is I would be a little risky with the defensive side of his game, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I got guys that you've mentioned, Minty Yukov and Nikishin as my extras. I also think Willander
Hmm.
in Vancouver
For
there.
Vancouver.
Yeah, I think he's also really good. He's just kind of on the outside. Same with Juracek for me.
That's valid. Yeah, I think going over the switches, I might take Yurachek out and put Kuznetsov in. Um,
Yeah.
just kind of, I'm not too familiar with his game. I can't speak a whole lot on Kuznetsov. He does log a lot of minutes. I was shocked to see he was like second or third in rookie minutes.
Mhm.
He's playing like 25 minutes a night, so he's got that just kind of it factor. He doesn't seem like he puts up a lot of points offensively, so I'm assuming he's more of a defensive-minded guy. So I wouldn't mind having one more of those guys on my team pair with Simashev.
Yeah. No, these goalies are exciting to me because
Yeah, I
they
think
got
the
an
goal.
actual starter here.
I think these are obvious too. I don't think we're gonna. I think our third might kind of sway,
Maybe,
but we'll see.
maybe. I think it's gonna be the same.
I got my starter though, Jesper Wallstedt.
Yeah.
I mean, he's having like a Calder Vesna-esque season. He's kind of splitting the net, so it's kind of hurting him. But his numbers have looked great. Yeah, He's rolling with the punches. Played. I trust him a little bit more than my backup here, but don't mind my backup coming in anytime either.
Yeah, I like their backup too. I got Wallstedt as my starter, and then I am running Askarov as my backup.
As well, me as well, me as well. And I'm
Not much
curious.
to say.
I want you to roll your third here first.
My third?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got Miralainen out of Ottawa. He's been picking up a lot more of the slack there while Allmark's been out, so he's putting up pretty decent stats, and he seemed like the only other good option for me.
he's Ottawa goal. You said.
Yeah, Miralainen.
Actually, I haven't. I don't think I've actually heard of him before. I'll have to check him out. But I just had to relook up my goalie's first name here. I forgot it. But my last guy I'm going with is Mikhail Yegorov, Boston University
Ooh,
goalie, New Jersey Devils draft pick. He's putting up sick numbers in BU this year, and he did last year as well. So hasn't played any pro games yet, but just bringing him in as my. I don't think he's going to play anyways behind those two, so that's going to be my third.
that's what I like about this is we're both gonna miss guys, and then it's gonna be like, oh, I missed a guy, and
100%.
then it's like, yeah, I like that. Well, time for Team North America, where I think things are gonna be wildly different.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more close than we think.
I
Um,
don't know.
but
We'll see.
I think it's still going to be different. But my top line here, um, I'm just rolling out the heavy hitters. I'm rolling Celebrini, Bedard, and Wyatt Johnston. I got them. I mean, I like you can flip Bedard and Johnston on the wings. They can kind of play their offense. You can even flip Celebrini. You can just throw all these guys around on that line. Um, this Team North America, does not shy away from firepower by any means. You're deep all through this lineup on goal scoring and stuff. So I'm just gonna roll my top three right out the gate and let them do damage. I think they're gonna. If this team was going to say the World Cup, I think this first line could scare a lot of like the U.S. and Team Canada, kind of those bigger countries.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like the top two lines were pretty much locks for me. I could have seen some of the wingers being switched out, but I had Bedard, Celebrini, and Johnston, and then my second line obviously is Nyes, Cooley, and Gunther for me. I originally wanted Gunther with Celebrini and Bedard, um, but unfortunately, I just felt like Gunther and Cooley, they're on the same team, and then Nyes and Cooley, the American connection there. So those are my top six. I mean, that's a nasty top six. Like you got goal scoring, you got size, you got skill. I think that would be pretty dominant.
Wow, it's crazy. I did not expect us to have the exact same top two lines here. But yeah, I
Yeah.
got the exact same thing. I got Nice, Cooley, and Gunther. kind of the exact same reasons, kind of that Cooley and Gunther chemistry. And then you got the U.S. connection between Cooley and Nyes there. I also like Nyes on this line, kind of allows Cooley and Gunther to play more of that offensive style, and Nyes just goes and digs and plays that power forward game. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. My third line, I think this is where it's going to get interesting, is 3,
Yeah.
4, and the extras.
Oh yeah.
My third line here, it already might roll some question marks for you. We'll see, but I'm going to go with Will Smith, Cutter Gauthier, and Luke Evangelista. So
Ooh,
I
wow.
just think
Okay.
I think this team, like I kind of already noted, they have firepower all up and down the lineup. Luke Evangelista, if he starts putting up more points and Nashville kind of starts to elevate themselves a little bit, he can get some serious Selke nominations. He's
Yeah.
been one of the
Big
best
time.
yeah, best one of the best defensive forwards in the league. So I love kind of the same ordeal as why I threw Nyes on that line with Cooley and Gunther. You kind of allow them to play their game. Same thing, you can let Smith and Gauthier kind of be those offensive gunners, and you can let Evangelista deal with a little bit more of that defensive side of things. I also wouldn't mind throwing him in the center position because of that and letting Gauthier and Smith be on the wings just to let
Yep.
Evangelista have a little more responsibility down low in the defensive end. But that'll be my third line.
Yeah, I like that. I think we're kind of close. We're kind of close. I went full Anaheim here. I got Cutter, McTavish,
One
and Becca
second.
Seneca.
One sec. Somebody's coming in my house, I think.
They're breaking into
Weird,
your house, or you know 'em?
weird, weird pod moment. What a
Weird pod
caption.
moment.
I just heard them. I just heard them like going on my door handle. I don't know if they're pushing snow out there. Sorry to cut you
This
off,
would
but do you
make
want to
us
redo
go
your third
viral,
line?
though. If you had your house broken into while we were live, that would be
Dude, if I had to get
hilarious.
into a scrap because my house getting, yeah, that would go crazy viral.
Yeah, you're kind of far away from me though. It's gonna take me about half an hour to drive over there.
Can you redo your third line for me? I just zoned out
Yeah, I
there.
got you. I got Anaheim, third line. I got Cutter, McTavish, and Seneca for me. Um, I think I really struggled with. I wanted to keep the centers two-way focus. You'll see with my fourth line as well. Yeah, I wasn't like super sold on McTavish on this third line. I just felt like he was a big forward. The only really big guy they have right now is Nyes, or who plays
Hmm.
big at least. So I thought McTavish would fit well, and they're all teammates. They're gonna have good chemistry. Obviously, Cutter and Seneca play together every night. And yeah, that's
Exactly.
my third line.
I
My
love it.
fourth line
Oh yeah.
is a little bit different. I got Frank Nazar, Matty Beniers, and Will Smith as my fourth line. I think Matty
Okay.
Beniers is just that perfect shutdown center. I think Will Smith brings that skill obviously, and I think Nazar. I mean, he was getting consideration for Team USA. I felt like I had to put him on this team.
Valid. Um, my fourth line here, I went with Fantilli, McTavish, and Seneca. So McTavish, kind of the same thing you were saying about Nyes, like that big pit bull, kind of play that bully position. Him and Seneca. Seneca's still young. I'm not too sold on his game. I like his game, but I'm gonna throw him down here on this fourth line. Play with McTavish, a buddy, and then Fantilli. I was him and hawing at throwing him in the dot, but he's just too defensively unreliable. I think right now. Just leave him on the wing. Let McTavish kind of have more of those defensive responsibilities and let him fly around. And then
I
my
like that.
extras.
Hold on.
Okay.
I would have put my house on you having this guy in your lineup. I'm not gonna lie. If he's not your
Who?
extra, I'm going to be shocked. I'm not gonna
Oh,
say who. If you don't say a guy's name, I'm gonna be
I
so
think I
shocked.
know who you're talking about, and he is an extra. If we're thinking
Okay,
of the
okay.
same person,
Yeah, I mean, there's a guy on here that I thought it was a lock for you. There's a couple guys.
we'll see. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Who do you got?
my last two extras here, I went with Ryan Leonard and Logan Stankoven.
Yeah, Ryan Leonard. That was the guy.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I like that.
I wasn't too sure about having both of these guys because they are kind of similar players. They're smaller right-handed players that kind of just play that pit bull bully style.
Yeah.
But Stankoven, just a big goal scorer, he can produce. Same thing with Leonard. I like slotting them in anywhere in this lineup. And Stankoven's defensive game, I think, also helps out on this team.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, I really struggle with like, is it the team that I would pick? Is it the team that would get picked? Is it the team that is producing the most? Is it the team that would fit the most? You know,
Hmm.
So I kind of went with like my own little bit of blend of everything. So I got as my extras. I got Ryan Leonard and Evangelista,
I like it.
which are my
I like
extras.
it.
So yeah,
So
guys
kind
that I
of the
left
only
off. I
go ahead.
left off Fantilli, Byfield, Neighbors, Stankoven, Kent Johnson, Cole Cylinder, Matt Coronado, Blake, and Cooley.
Yeah, there was a couple of those guys that you mentioned that were I was thinking about bringing in. Potentially Jake Neighbors was one of them. He plays big goal scorer, good defensive uh, style play, kind of has that two-way system. But yeah, nobody else really drew too many question marks. I mean, if Quentin Byfield had a better start to the season, I feel like he would have been a lock on this team. But what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I was surprised that you had Fantilli on there. I'll be honest. That was a guy that I considered until I kind of looked at his stats, and I mean he's just not defensively reliable either. So I don't know. It's a tough one, but I don't mind him there on the fourth line, just as a guy that can maybe be clutch.
Yeah, he was a tough pick for me. He was somebody that I was kind of on the fence about because, like you said, of his defensive game and his offensive numbers haven't really popped. But I don't know if he. I can't really say that he doesn't have the players or system around him in Columbus either. But I just feel like coming in on this team, he's familiar with McTavish. He's familiar with a couple of these guys on this team. Like won a gold medal with Bedard and Gunther at the World Juniors there.
Yeah.
So that was kind of, and Stankoven, I guess, too. He was on that team. So that was kind of more so my reasoning, just kind of his familiarity. And I feel like his game will elevate playing on a roster like this.
Yeah. No, I think like just seeing both teams, I mean we have more positions to do, but definitely your forwards I would say is more proven and winning like in mind. I would say mine is more just like who I thought was the most skilled. So,
Okay.
but yeah. Do you want me to start off with my D pairings here?
Yeah, I'll just note my D pairings are not in order. I
Okay.
wasn't sure how I would order this. My 1 through 3 I think was really tricky to order.
Hmm.
Especially with the top left-handed defenseman. Who's going to slot in? It was really tricky. This team, that was one thing I noticed, the U23 left-handed defensemen for Team North America are stacked. The right-handed
Oh snap.
defensemen. But I see why the Keaton Verhoff stock is rising so heavily too. There's
Yeah.
not a whole lot of young, great right-handed D-men.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. I mean, Uh, my decor is made up of five lefties, which I don't think you will have. I know you're a big right left kind of guy. I just couldn't convince myself to have
I got
these
the exact
righties or
same.
some of these lefties. You got the same? Nice.
Yep.
So yeah, I got top pair. I got Brock Faber, who's the only righty, and he's going to be playing with Hudson. I think Faber's proven that he can play um, with a guy that's more offensive oriented. I don't think this would mean that Hudson's going to play as many minutes as a certain guy on my second pair, or maybe even two. But I do think that him and Faber would be a good just pairing.
Wow, I'm kind of shocked that this one guy who I have as my left-handed number one defenseman on this team. Like I said, you can swap this around. I'm not saying this is my set in stone number one, but just these two I thought made the most sense playing together. I got Faber up on my top right-handed slot, and I got Jake Sanderson playing on my left-handed slot. They played together at the national team development program at the time. Um, they're very familiar with each other. I just thought it made sense playing them on this top line. I also think Jake Sanderson is kind of the most proven left-handed defenseman on this team. Logs the most minutes for. Well, actually, I can't say logs the most minutes for his team right now, but he definitely has one of the biggest roles for his team and has some of the most NHL experience out of all these guys. So that was kind of my reasoning for throwing him up there.
No, for sure. I think when the game gets late, obviously Sanderson and Faber will be playing together. Um, for me, it was just I don't think Hudson could play with some of these other guys
That's fair.
defensively enough. Like, I think Faber really has to carry that. So,
And
but yeah, I agree. I agree
so
with what you're saying.
I'm gonna do what you kind of did. I'm gonna jump ahead to my second defensive pair because this is a
Okay.
defensive pair. Like this is a pair I strictly threw together to just throw them together on the roster. I would not have this team, this
Yeah.
two play together, and I don't know
Yeah.
if I would even have these guys on the third pair, but I got Lane Hudson and Luke Hughes.
Yeah,
Not that's the most defensively irresponsible um, D pairing you could have right now. So I would not throw them
yeah,
together. But I think both of them are locks for me to make this team, anyways. Luke Hughes has kind of
yeah,
proven that he's going to be that kind of number one defenseman one day, and Lane Hudson is obviously shown that he's going to be a Norris candidate defenseman. So
yeah. No, I mean, yeah. That was kind of my issue, right? Is I couldn't put Hudson down there because then he's playing with someone that I don't think he could play with. So,
no,
but yeah,
exactly. That's why
I
I'm
know,
trying. That's
I
why I
know.
just made it clear.
Yeah. Yeah, for my second pair, I have Matthew Schaefer playing on the left, and then I have Jake Sanderson playing on the right, who has played right hand a lot of minutes on the right side, even though he's a lefty. So I think he'd be comfortable there. I think that D pair would be fun. I think they're big and long and fast, so I think that would be a pretty dominant D pair.
Yeah, my second pair here, I went with Schaefer on that left side there, and I got him paired up with Brant Clark on the right side. Kind of
Ooh.
have that right left combo. I like
You
Brant
you got
Clark's
two
game
righties.
too. I
You
got
got two
three.
righties. Oh, what? I thought you said you only had one.
I thought you said you had three,
No, I only have one.
but you said you had five lefties.
Oh, five lefties in my starting six.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. No,
okay.
you're good. You're good. Continue.
Yeah, I went with Brant Clark here. I like his game. He's kind of not taken over Drew Doughty's reins, but he will take over Drew Doughty's reins here in a couple years. He's playing those big minutes on the power play in LA. LA's kind of been a back and forth team, and he's been decent down there. So I got him and Schaefer pairing together. Um, yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, I see. I'm gonna differ a little bit. I don't know. This team's gonna play no defense with all these guys.
Dude, I know.
I got
That's why my pair. Oh, do you
yeah,
want to go with it?
I got Luke Hughes and Owen Power on my third pair. I really thought about a couple guys, obviously Clark, but I couldn't convince myself because he's not gonna get power play minutes on this team. There's just no
No.
world where he plays over Hudson or Hughes, um, and all these amazing forwards. So for me, I couldn't put Clark or another guy. That is my other extra is Jamie Drysdale. I could not have either of them sliding over Owen Power, who I think a little more defensively responsible, bigger, stronger, and I think he would actually pair pretty good with Luke Hughes.
I like it. I like it. Let's hear your extras. Let's hear your last two.
Yeah, I had three options for my extras here. I had Drysdale, Clark, and Zeev. Um, I had to go with the two righties. If we're going two extra D-men, I'm going Drysdale and Clark. I think they're both offensive minded, but I think that if Hudson or Hughes go down, Clark can slot in on the right side, and then it's just good to have righties. I obviously didn't
Mhm.
really care about that in my D pairings, but to have the extras is still good.
Yeah, no, totally. I went with my extras here. I went with Owen Power, one of them. He's just played a long time in the NHL. He's kind of underrated defenseman, I would say, at this point. Like he puts up consistent numbers. He's good defensively. He's a long D man. And then I went, like you said, this team needs a little bit more of a defensive kick. So I could even see throwing this guy in instead of Clark. Jamie Drysdale. He's ever
Yeah,
since he came over to Philadelphia, he's kind of his offensive's taken a big step backwards, but he's kind of just all defense now. He's a puck
yeah,
eater, blocks a lot of shots. Kind of a warrior in the corners too for a little bit of an undersized D man. So yeah, he's kind of out there with Owen Power, but I could see either of them getting slotted in.
yeah. You kind of look like Jamie Drysdale, I think.
You think? It's the thick eyebrows.
It might be. I don't know what it is. What do you got for goalies here? This is a tough one. There's a lot of young guys here. There's not much in the way of 23 or 22 year olds. So, what do
I'm
you
just gonna
got?
run you my three. How do you like that?
I like that.
I got, and I don't have this in order. I think you can run either the first or the second guy that I'm gonna say here as the starter. But I got Jacob Fowler, Sebastian Kosa, and Trey Augustine. Going with
Ooh,
the Detroit
okay, I like that.
connection and Jacob Fowler.
We actually differ a little bit. I'm kind of surprised.
Okay, let's hear it.
I had Fowler and Cosa as well.
Hmm.
I had Drew Comesso making the team over
I
Trey Augustine.
that was my other guy. That was kind of I was him and Han with
Yeah, it's tight.
Augustine or Comesso, but yeah, it's just I don't really have a good reason for picking Augustine over Comesso either. I just kind of like the
No,
Detroit Canal.
I'm glad you did. We get to highlight another guy like that.
And yeah, that highlights our Team Europe and Team North America squads. I love what we constructed here. I wish these were in Chell.
Oh, I can set that up. Don't you worry.
That'd be so fun. It's a fun concept. I think a lot of people hated on this when it happened in 2016 at the World Cup, the Europe and the North America. They called it a gimmick squad and all this, and I thought it was
Yeah.
awesome. I remember being a kid, like I was such a big fan
Oh
of
my
that Team North
gosh.
America team. It was unreal to watch. Also, going back to, I had to go look at that team a little bit for inspiration because I wasn't sure if they had like prospects on that team or young rookies and
Yeah.
stuff. So, yeah, that team was stacked though.
Yeah, it's pretty I thought that was one of the most fun hockey experiences. I still remember like sitting in my living room watching that championship game or
Oh,
whatever game it was where McKinnon scored on Lundqvist.
Eden.
Henrik Lundqvist, Nathan McKinnon in a 3-on-3 tournament, like cinema. That was
Unreal.
unreal.
So
Unreal.
good.
So I'm glad that they're back in the Olympics for sure, but I will miss that. And I'm sure it'll be back in the next 10, 12 years or whatever, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, and they're supposed
definitely
to
one of
run
my
in
favorite
the
hockey
World Cup.
moments.
I think now with the pro players going to the Olympics, they're supposed to run that World Cup Olympic every 2 year cycle. So it'll be like Olympics 26, World Cup 28, etc.
Ooh, okay, nice, nice. I got a little game for us here if you're good to go.
I mean, I'm in.
We are going to do a random wheel. You won't be able to see it, unfortunately, but I'll tell you the truth, or I won't. I can just make it so you lose. So I'm going to spin the wheel. And DeAndre, if you would like to go first, you can, or you can go second. But you can only choose one player from the team. So if you choose a player, I'm going to choose a player from that same team, and then so on and so forth. So I'll get the second pick of, let's say, the Ducks. Then I'll spin. I'll get the first pick of Boston. You'll get the second pick of Boston. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
So do you want
And
that first pick or do you want the back to back
you pick. Are we going three forwards and two D and a goalie?
and a goalie? Yeah.
Got it.
So yeah, you let me know. You want first or second?
You choose. I'll let you pick. You came up with the game.
Okay. I'm gonna go first.
All right.
The wheel is spinning. I don't know if you can hear that. Probably
Okay.
can. Oh no. We got the Calgary Flames.
Alrighty.
Man, that is rough. I don't want anyone on Cal. Can I take Gavin McKenna? Shoot, dude. I feel like there's so many good forwards that I don't want to waste one here. I don't think there's a forward worth taking.
That's valid.
I'm gonna take Mackenzie Weegar, I guess. I think him or Rasmus Anderson. I'm just gonna go with the right-handed one.
I like it. I like it. I'm gonna
Okay, I'm
go with.
changing it up. I'm just gonna spin again because that's terrible.
Oh no,
We'll spin every
we're
time.
we're rolling with the Flames.
Okay, we'll do. Okay. Let's see what you got.
Okay, you went Uyghur.
Yeah, I took Uyghur.
I guess yeah, I'll go Rasmus Anderson.
Yeah. Okay, you're up. I'm spinning. Spinning. Oh God, this is devastating for me. Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh, give me Bedsy, baby. Throwing him right
And
on my right side.
what am I
Yeah, and who do
supposed to
you
do here?
take? Knighter's
Because
not a
I
bad
mean,
option.
who?
Spencer Knight.
Yeah, I was thinking Spencer Knight or Levshinov. I gotta go Spencer Knight.
Yeah,
I gotta
he's
hope that I get some good picks here. Next up, I am picking for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
ooh.
Okay, I mean, that's tough, right? Because there's two guys.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta take him. I gotta take Austin Matthews. I think
Yeah,
there's obviously
easy choice.
discussion that Nylander could be picked here as well, but he's the guy. Poppy, give me Poppy all day.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Styles.
Yeah,
Second choice on this team. I was thinking maybe taking Nyes, just throw a little curveball in there, but you got to go with Willie Styles.
yeah. I would recommend writing these guys down. You might eventually
Forget.
forget. You got the Senators. This is a tough one.
I'm gonna go with Jake Sanderson here. Actually,
Okay, I like that.
I'm gonna pair him up with Uyghur there, and I'm gonna save my offensive slot for now.
Okay, you have Anderson. I have Weir.
Oh, sorry, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, you're good. I'm gonna take my left winger here. I'm gonna take Brady Kachuk
Okay,
over
okay.
Tim Stew. I think Kachuk and Matthews would be hilarious to watch.
Okay, let me get this
Um,
situated here.
yeah, you're good.
I got Uyghur.
No, I got Uyghur. You got Anderson.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, are you sure?
No.
Okay, I'm up, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I got the St. Louis Blues.
Hmm.
I'm gonna finish my decor. I'm gonna go Colton Parayko. Actually, I think that might be a little bit of a surprise, but I
I
don't
like it.
think I think I can get a better forward for sure. I think Parayko can be shut down for me.
Yeah, this might be crazy. I don't know, but I'm gonna go Bennington. I'm gonna save my forward slot.
Okay,
Bennington
that's
hasn't been
crazy.
hot this year, but I'm just rolling with we're gonna get an Edmonton or Colorado or something, and
Yeah, you better hope so. Oh, you were gonna get it for that pick. I think you're gonna get some flack. Oh, this might save you though. Golden Knights.
okay, I'll take Mark Stone actually in between Styles and Bedsy.
No
Oh
Eichel.
no, I'm going Jack Eichel. I'm going Jack Eichel.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I was gonna say I shouldn't even let you do that.
Dude, your reaction reminded me of him. I was like, should I have taken Marner? I was like, oh fuck Eichel.
Yeah, I mean that finishes my first line pretty perfectly. I got Kachuk, Matthews, and Marner, which we've seen Matthews and Marner play together, and you put Kachuk on that line, that could be pretty dangerous. So
I like it.
you got a full team there.
And Matthews and Chuck played together at the national team
Yeah, yeah,
for a bit and for U20s.
nice. There we go. What do you got for? Let's. I'm gonna run a poll on this little poll so people can vote on whose team is better. I got Brady Kachuk, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Colton Parayko, Mackenzie Weegar, and Spencer Knight as my
Wait,
line.
now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it was Brady. I think it was Matthew that played with Matthews at the program.
I don't remember. Oh, I think you're right. I think yeah. What
Yeah,
did you? What do you got? What's your lineup?
I got Styles, Eichel, and Bedsy up front for me. Sanderson, Anderson on the back end. Dinner in that.
I mean, yeah, you want to mention that part, hey?
My team
Just
sucks,
quietly
man.
say the Binnington part.
Fuck.
Your four line's sick, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
four
mean,
four, but
and you got Sanderson. That's probably the best D man. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna put up a poll. People can vote. Vote on whose team you think is better. You can vote for D's team, or you can vote for Chase's team. And yeah, if I don't win, I'm probably gonna quit forever. So, just kidding. But yeah, I mean, that's probably gonna do it for the pod.
Mhm.
Um, unless there's any other news you wanted to touch on. I didn't get any new notifications while we were recording, but
No, I think everything we touched on is kind of it for this week. Um, yeah, I like our rosters. Could also put a poll on our Team North America. I guess we're so similar though; it's a little tough.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, no, I think that's it for me.
nice. Well, until next time, as me and Deiondre say, get a clue, um, and come back. Vote on the poll. Share, like, subscribe, or follow, whatever. Do all the stuff. Check out the new Instagram. New Instagram. Get a clue. Hockey on Instagram. Um, yeah, that's all I got.
First post is incoming soon. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Until
till
next time.
next week, get a
Get a
clue.
clue.